Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to be doing a little bit of technical analysis on Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Segwit. So I'm going to start with Bitcoin Cash. I have here the chart for Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin Segwit 4-hour candles from Bittrex. And this chart is looking very bullish. Before I start though, I want to clarify, I have been calling breakouts and targets since we were down here, okay guys? I mean, the first breakout I called was all the way down here. I will show it. I made a video on this for YouTube. This was for a 27% gain. It was the very first, or we can say the second higher low. So it was very, very close from the bottom. Here I traded this part. I didn't buy and hold here, but I did. So I traded this. I'm going to just show it here. So I call this breakout and target. I'm saying this for a reason. So this broke out here and it touched my target exactly before fully retracing down. Okay, so I did actually buy and sell here, but on my next breakout for Bitcoin Cash, I have it here, Bitcoin Cash breakout number 2. I made a video on this as well. It was a little bit higher already, but it was still very cheap. It was at 0.073 Bitcoin Cash. So, and I called this breakout and this target, but I said when I was calling for this, I said I would not be taking profits myself. I said I'm personally not taking profits anymore. I'm only buying and holding Bitcoin Cash from now on. I don't care if it goes up and down. I think we're very close from the bottom here. Okay, so it's for me if easier to just buy and hold. If this was the bottom, I prefer to just buy and hold and not put my money at risk trading. But then what happened is people started following me, my breakouts, and not taking profit. And then I know as a fact, at least a few of my subscribers, they just follow what I do no matter what. So if you follow what I do no matter what, you need to follow through, and you need to be ready for crashes, and you need to be ready to not sell on the lows. And in fact, if you want to do like me, to buy and hold and not trade and not take profits, then not only you have to be ready for corrections and not selling on the lows, you need to continue to follow my strategy and buy on the lows. When everybody is scared, when everybody is saying this is going down, you need to be buying like I do, because I have been accumulating here for as long as this sideways movement lasted down here. Not only I don't sell the lows, of course, but I actually buy them. So, but my point is, I called for this target as well, 0.22, when we were here. I mean, I have a video here on YouTube. The reason I'm saying this is because if you want to take profit, use my targets if you want. You know, here BCH target 0.22. This was the 18th of November. So if we go here, the 18th of November was exactly here. So when it was breaking out here, this was a fake breakout and it came back down for a minute, consolidated. And then when it did break out, it just hit my target exactly 0.22 and it fully retraced. So I said, that's the target, 0.22, but I'm not taking profits. I'm buying and holding. I don't want to put my money at risk. I don't have the time. I don't have the need. I don't need this money. So etc., etc. So, but if you want to take the target, this is the number. If you don't sell on the target, then get ready for corrections, you know, and get ready to buy more on the lows, and don't complain because you are down under here. If you've been buying here, you don't take your profit here, and then we're all the way here. You know, if you didn't sell here, don't put it on me. You know, I have been saying for a long time, I'm not selling or trading Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash is just like Bitcoin. It's been for me since ever I discovered it. Okay, Bitcoin Cash is the only real Bitcoin. I mean, it's the only one that still has the same code, the original code that Bitcoin had since it was created. So, period. I don't care about the name. I care about the code and the code and the mechanics, you know, behind the system. Period. This is what Bitcoin used to be. So to me, it's any level here, any price that is less than 1 Bitcoin per Bitcoin Cash is cheap to me, because this is Bitcoin. in fact. So anyways, if you don't take profit, then be ready for corrections, then be ready to buy more on the lows. And now we are back again to the same resistance line, which is 0.22. Okay, it was resistance here and it's resistant here again, but it looks to me that it will break it this time, because it's tried one time here. Well, actually it touched one time here, two times here, and the third time, more often than not, is when we break out. In trading or in technical analysis, usually the third try is the moment of truth. It will usually break it. And not only that, if it was not going to break it, it would have crashed heavily already. I mean, by probability, the fact that it's fighting against it and that it's been trying here for several candles now, 4-hour candles, the fact that it's fighting here for so long, it means it really wants to break it. We just had nice volume here, so I expect this to be broken on the upside, and then the next number is 0.28, which was all the rejection here. If we break 0.28, then the next target up is half Bitcoin. It's 0.5 more or less. So I expect Bitcoin Cash to be worth half of a Bitcoin sometime soon. But when I say soon, I mean a few weeks. And when I say a few weeks, it can be between 2 weeks and 8 weeks, okay? From 2 weeks to 2 months. I don't have an exact time frame with this. I don't expect this to be here tomorrow, okay? I say few weeks. So if you're gonna need the money earlier than a few weeks, then of course don't put any money into it. So this is an example as well. I made this call for Bitcoin Cash versus dollar, versus USD Tether on Bittrex when it was down here. Bitcoin Cash was 526 USD Tether, and I called for 3,000. A breakout and go to 3,000. But if you see, these are the weekly candles, and I gave here a lot of room for many weeks, because I was not expecting this in 1 week or 2 or 3. I was expecting this to happen in some, in a period of time. So if we play it now, we now passed this target, but it's been a few weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks since then. So I expected a few weeks, so that's why I made this longer. People were calling me crazy when Bitcoin Cash was down at 500 and I called 3,000, but that's the power of Bitcoin. What you're gonna see, what you're gonna witness with Bitcoin Cash is the power of Bitcoin at its best. So you have the opportunity here to be in Bitcoin since very, very early. This is like the second chance, the second opportunity you get many times in trading or in investing. You usually always get a second opportunity to either buy or sell, usually when you are trading. So you can take this as your second opportunity to get into Bitcoin early, because Bitcoin Segwit, it's broken right now, okay? So if you would have invested in Bitcoin back in 2012, you would have done very well. So investing in Bitcoin Cash now is just exactly like investing in Bitcoin back in 2012. Or I will say back in 2014. I'm not gonna say 2012, because Bitcoin Cash, even though it's younger, like it has only like 4 months of existence, there's already a lot of network support for it. So it's not like Bitcoin when it was very, very, very new, just released. I would say Bitcoin back in 2014. So buying Bitcoin Cash now, it equals buying Bitcoin back in 2014. It's like the second chance you're getting now if you didn't know about Bitcoin back in 2014, because it's the exact same thing, the exact same system, the exact same code and protocol, and the exact same concept. When Bitcoin Segwit, it's not the same concept, protocol, or system anymore. So very bullish on Bitcoin Cash. I expect these resistances to be broken and continue to push higher, but again, it's not going to happen in one single day. In the other hand, we have Bitcoin Segwit versus dollar from Bitfinex here. These are the one-day candles. Bitcoin is starting to look to look neutral, leaning to bearish. I have been bullish on Bitcoin since, if you've been following my channel, I entered back in Bitcoin. My last entry was at 4,800. So I started buying basically at 4,600, and I continued to buy up until 5,000. So my average entry is at 4,800, and since then I have been bullish all this time. I've been bullish through these corrections, bullish through these breakouts, bullish through these consolidations, bullish, and now I'm starting to get neutral, leaning to bearish again, and I'll tell you why. If we go into, well, first of all, on the 1-day candles, it just touched moving average, and it bounced, but it didn't bounce as strong like it usually does in any dip. So if you see here, for every dip, the next candle is a huge, solid, long green candle, and engulfing the previous red candle, or sometimes the 2 previous red candles. So we usually get a solid green candle on every dip. We're not getting this here. We don't see buying strength here. We still see sellers in control here. It's not bouncing and strong. We don't see a long green candle yet. Of course, it could happen. It could still happen, but it didn't happen yet. So the longer it takes, the more bearish is going to look. Now, if we go into the 4-hour candles, we can see here we had already low, lower, low, lower, low, high, 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 lower, high, lower, high. So we see 1 bounce, 2 bounce. So we had 2 bounces already doing lower highs and lower lows, which means sellers are 100% in control here. In the 4-hour candles, it's been a few days already. This is like 5 days here in candles, and we had 2 bounces down. So this is downtrending. This is the early downtrend. So there's no 100% confirmation yet. It could still bounce, but I don't see it likely, because it's not if it was to bounce and do higher highs, it would have done it already. The fact that it's doing lower highs and lower lows, and now here is consolidating, this, you have to understand this as a continuation, and continuation right now is going to be on the downside, because we've been doing already 2 lower lows and lower highs. So this is just consolidating, and as soon as the moving average catches up down here, when it touches moving average, it's going to bounce off and continue lower by probability, of course, unless all of a sudden we just have a bounce here and we get above moving averages. But so long as we're below moving averages, this was, if this crosses here, this is a sell signal. So we're going to have a sell signal very, very soon here. In fact, you could have sold already once we started to close candles below moving averages, and it's been several 4-hour candles opening and closing below moving averages. So this is an early downtrend. It can change anytime. Yeah, of course it can, but for now we have to interpret this as the early uptrend. As the early downtrend. So me personally, I still have my 2 main holdings. Are, of course, offline. The ones I have offline, it's only Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I'm not holding any other altcoins. I don't have any other big positions for altcoins on cold storage. All I have is Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I have a little bit of Ethereum and a little bit of Monero, but it's so little that I never even say it. So my main holdings are Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I've been saying this for a long time now. Right now, of course, in terms of dollars, I have a lot more Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin, because the price of Bitcoin Cash in terms of dollars, it's been going up a lot, and Bitcoin, it's been retracing. So in terms of dollars, my percentage of of the portfolio is bigger in Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin right now. But anyways, I didn't touch it yet. I didn't sell yet, but this is starting to look like it's going to be the time to start selling some Bitcoin out of my main holdings that I have on offline. The ones that I have online, the ones that I have been showing on this channel for quite some time now, for the past maybe, how long? A month and a half probably, since I installed this wallet and I started showing it. I have been using it only to send here my profits from BitConnect. And once I have it here, of course, I have to send it in Bitcoin, because that's the only coin that I can get out, take out of the BitConnect platform. I have to go through Bitcoin BTC always. So I either send the Bitcoin here and then I exchange it from here, from the exchange, or I straight away send it to Shapeshift website, and then Shapeshift send it here in the form of the altcoin that I choose. But I have been holding 16% more or less of my portfolio in Bitcoin in this wallet. If you go to my previous videos where I showed this wallet, you would see that I had here 16% in Bitcoin, which was around a little bit less than $3,000. That's all I was holding of Bitcoin here in this variable portfolio. And I decided 5 days ago to get rid of it. In fact, I exchanged it for, we can see here my Bitcoin wallet. I exchanged my remaining Bitcoin, which was 0.165 here. I exchanged it all for EOS on the 16th of December, which is 5 days ago now. So we were up here. So I got that one quite good, because I started to see a lot of negative news for Bitcoin, negative sentiments for Bitcoin, and very positive sentiments for Bitcoin Cash. So I thought Bitcoin might start going down. At that time, I wanted to exchange this for Bitcoin Cash, but it was not available here, just like it's not right now. Many times it's unavailable, especially in critical moments. That's why, because I'm not trading, I don't care about this. I prefer to buy when it's not a critical moment. For example, down here, when I've been buying, no one was paying attention, and that's when you should be accumulating, and was no problem, But in critical moments, many exchanges are going to be unavailable. So anyways, Bitcoin Cash was unavailable, Dash was unavailable, and the only one of my coins that was available was EOS. But I wanted to increase my position in EOS for quite some time as well, and it was always unavailable because it's running on the Ethereum network, and because of the CryptoKitties, any other ICO running on the Ethereum network was most of the time unavailable. So I could not increase my position in EOS for quite long time when I wanted to. So this day EOS was available and Bitcoin Cash unavailable, so I decided to go all for EOS. So I ended up exchanging my 0.1 Bitcoin for I got 331 EOS coins, so I'm very happy with that. I'm showing this because I just decided, as I said, my main holdings are still in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I didn't touch that yet, but 5 days ago I decided to not have any Bitcoin in my variable wallet here, and very soon I'm starting to consider selling my Bitcoins on my main holdings. Sometime soon, if I see that we cannot make a higher high here, I will probably be exchanging my Bitcoins. Part of them, of course, you never want to sell all at once. You sell in parts, just like you buy in parts. But I would be selling some for Bitcoin Cash. I would be finally trading my Bitcoins, which I have been holding for a long time now, since we were down here. So what was the date here? It was the 12th of October. I'm just gonna 4,600 somewhere here up until here. So far it's been 72 days, so that's like 1 month and a half, more or less. 2 months, 2 months and a half, and 255% profit. If I was to sell right now, I'm not going to sell right at this second, but I will be updating on YouTube if I do it. But so that's been my ride in Bitcoin, and I'm starting to become more neutral, leaning to bearish. So after 2.5 months and 255% profits, I'm starting to consider to start selling my position now. So yeah, the general message for this video is very bullish on Bitcoin Cash and neutral leaning to bearish on Bitcoin. This could be the early downtrend, and this has been in an uptrend for some time now. That was just the opportunity to buy to accumulate the lows here. So that's all for the video, guys. I hope it makes sense, and if not, please leave your comments down below. I'll try to answer. I'm a little bit busy these days. As you've seen, I'm not updating so often because I'm doing a lot of activities outdoors, and I don't have a lot of time to be in front of the screen. But I try my best to update whenever I can. And yeah, I think that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.